Brothers and sisters, delegates of the General Assembly, I am Bishop Tyrone Butler, your candidate for Vice Chairman of the General Assembly. I stand at this pivotal moment in the life of our church as we select leadership for this, the supreme lawmaking body of the Church of God in Christ. And as our church continues to advance the mission and mandate of the cross of Christ while holding on to our Holiness Pentecostal foundation, I believe that this General Assembly plays a crucial role in the advancement of the life of our church both now and in the future. I first attended General Assembly at the age of 13, sitting in the visitors gallery at Mason Temple with my father, the late Reverend Dr. John Butler, who himself served as parliamentarian of the General Assembly under two different chairmen. And I come to you tonight to serve because I am qualified for this office, qualified for this season, and qualified for this moment, bringing a competence and knowledge of the Constitution and governing policies of our church, bringing over 20 years of corporate experience and successive levels of responsibility, working with process reengineering, bringing organizational improvements to every area that was entrusted to us. And I have brought those skills to the life of our church and bringing from the local level as a pastor, a district superintendent, as a jurisdictional secretary, where I became intimately familiar with the credentialing process of our delegates. And as the church has entrusted me now for almost 10 years as a bishop and prelate of the New York Southeast jurisdiction that has grown under our stewardship. I believe in 1 Corinthians 4, it was the Apostle Paul that told us that if a man is a steward, he should be found faithful. And I've been faithful to every assignment that you've entrusted us with, even in our national work, having served as department administrator of the International Youth Department, as executive secretary, and then as vice chairman of operations for our AIM convention, where we attempted to use our skills to operate in the spirit of excellence and even receive notation from the leadership that we would save the church resources through our organizational acumen. And now I still yet serve as an active delegate, the most important role for the General Assembly, speaking on the floor to issues in the life of our church. And now having served for several years as the election commissioner and chairman of the Board of Bishops, having completed 2 elections under our tenure. And now I stand to serve you as vice chairman based on 3 core principles. Number 1, safeguarding our constitutional infrastructure and integrity. I believe that when we walk in constitutional alignment, our church is a better church and a stronger church. Secondly, I believe in engagement and empowerment of our delegates. I believe that an informed delegate is a stronger delegate, and a stronger delegate makes for a stronger General Assembly. I believe that every delegate should be intimately familiar with Article 3 that gives us our marching orders of who does what in the life of our church. Every delegate should be knowledgeable around Article 8, which contains the judicial code of our church, how we deal with issues that arise among us. Every delegate should be informed about the rules of operation of this very General Assembly. I believe in informed delegates. And then finally, I believe that we play a role in enhancing the life of our church. As our church continues to advance, I believe that I'm not a revolutionary, but I'm an evolutionary. Not in the terms of believing in Charles Darwin, but that our church adapts to do better ministry from the local to the national level. And this General Assembly, through the measures and the policies we enact, play the role in that ongoing advancement of the life of our church. As I close, I want to borrow from the Apostle Paul, who used the body as an analogy for the church. And we appreciate every part of the body. We appreciate the parts that carry us. We appreciate our feet and our legs. We appreciate our head. We celebrate the headship of our church. But if I may be so bold, I believe that the General Assembly is the heart of the church, that part of the body that pumps and flows to all of the other organs of our church. And when our heart is strong, the body can be strong and it can move forward. So tonight I stand to serve. Vote Tyrone Butler as Vice Chairman of the General Assembly of the Church of God in Christ, and let's keep the heart strong.